the host of Aaron's Hour, Aaron Phillips.
And good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Aaron's Hour, Coast to Coast. That's right, Aaron's Hour from Coast to Coast. Listen, look at that. Even my camera's like wigging out on everybody. So many people here. There we go. All right. Literally, this is an international show. We're all over the globe today. Why? You know where I am. I'm in Virginia Beach. I got my friend Taylor with me here in studio. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, you're going to learn all about Taylor, folks. You're going to like Taylor, that's for sure. I like her a lot. I work with her a lot. Also, in Orlando, and if you recently watched a recent edition of Kiwanis Connects, Magali Fernandez, owner of Celebrity Grudge Match Lifestyles Global, is in the corner. Hi, Mags. How are you?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Doing very well. Now we're going to jump to the West Coast, somewhere out on the West Coast. Hopefully he's not floating in the Pacific with all the earthquakes and tsunamis going on. Jay McNabney is out there. He is the founder of the Hero Program. Jay, how are you?
Doing great. Thank you for having me.
Listen, for you, this is early time. What is it, 8 o'clock for you? You're just sipping your first cup of coffee, aren't you?
I wish, but yes.
And last but not least, I think coming from Mexico. Is that right, Luisa and Alex?
Yeah. That is correct.
Hence the international theme of the show. These two individuals, Luisa and Alex. Now, listen, I don't have to point out which one is Luisa and which one is Alex. You guys all
Luisa, she's Alex.
Right, that's right, exactly. Well, I'm liking Alex right away. I like this guy. This guy's good. All right, so they represent a company called Cancun Cards, which is the resort, folks, that ties all of this together. And this is going to make sense. This is like a puzzle. Today's theme is going to be about how 3 different corporate entities take a product from company A, which is iLifestyles Global, which is Magali's company. Magali, raise your hand again. Say hi to everybody. Say
hi, everybody.
So because of her relationships with the Cancun Cards Resorts, we have come up with a program, which I am proud to say that I am also part of the company, as is Taylor, that a guy like Jay takes these travel opportunities and what he has done to help Wounded Warriors and all of the different things that he does to support his community with the benefit of these trips, but also from a company standpoint, not only is he helping nonprofits, but he's also making a nice bushel of change for his company to be able to recycle to help everyone. Does that make sense, everybody? I feel like I just asked a multiple choice question, right? Yes. That's what it feels like. Everybody doing good this morning?
Everybody's doing great, man. Thank you.
All right,
we're glad to
excellent.
be here.
Good. What's the weather like in Cancun? It looks like sunny out there behind you guys in Cancun right now.
I gotta say, yeah, today is a great sunny day. I mean, here in Cancun, you're always gonna have sunny days, a little bit of rain sometimes, but even when it rains, it's beautiful.
There you go. I love it. Never rains in California, does it, Jay?
Never.
No.
That's something we don't get.
We have listen, we have a lot to do. So what I want to do is I do have a couple of stories to talk about on my Vegas Wrap 2.0. And we're going to go through that. We'll probably take a first break early because I want to leave as much time as I can for us to chat with my guests. So with that, it's time now for Vegas Wrap 2.0.
With a nod to the past and an eye to the future, here is Aaron Phillips with Vegas Unwrapped 2.0.
All right, here we go. So I've been reporting on this the last couple of weeks. You were in studio with me last week, no, a couple of weeks ago when we had Jackie from Ron McDonald House on, right?
Yes,
so I started reporting on this then. Literally where we are located in Virginia Beach is a business section called Town Center. Restaurants and businesses and all of that. And what they do during the month of September or October in the evening, free movies. Who doesn't love free stuff, right? Free popcorn, free hot chocolate. Of course, while supplies last. So tonight's movie, today is October, is the movie If. I feel like a Abbott and Costello routine is about to break out here. If. So good luck with that. Starts at 6:30. Come on down. It's free. Get all the popcorn and hot chocolate you could want. All right. Listen. $2 million lottery ticket. Who couldn't use $2 million right about now? Raise your hand.
Oh.
We're off that, right? So what's very disappointing to me is that I'm about to share with you the winner of a $2 million lottery ticket was in Chesapeake, Virginia, which based on the address was about 4 miles from my house. I'm obviously going to the wrong Wawa in Virginia Beach because a lottery ticket purchased at 471 Kempsville Road in Chesapeake, which is a Wawa, is now worth $2 million. Last Friday night's Mega Millions drawing had the winning numbers of 4, 21, 27, 33, 49, and the Mega Ball winner was 21. How ironic for my Vegas peeps back there. The ticket was bought in Chesapeake and was only missing the Mega Ball number of 21. Otherwise, the person would have won the whole kit and caboodle. I don't know about y'all, but I'll take $2 million just by
I'll
missing
take a piece.
Right, exactly. So here's the interesting thing. The person who purchased the ticket has 180 days from last Friday. So March 25th, that person better jump all over this and claim their ticket. Otherwise, I'm going to pretend to be them. Okay. Now, great news. Great news for our folks in Cancun. So Luis and Alex, pay close attention to what I'm about to share with you. And this is going to give us a little segue. First and foremost, this was announced by Breeze Airlines the other day that they are now flying direct to Orlando, which makes my life easier when I have to go to Orlando for CGM golf tournaments. I'm so excited. Actually, I fly Breeze from here to Vegas, so I'm very familiar with the airline, and they're really very good. But now, announced prior to that, and yes, Mags, I did send an email to the marketing department at Breeze. I am waiting to hear from them. Are you ready? Here you go. Breeze Airways has announced beginning January 10th of 2026, Breeze Airways from Norfolk International, our hometown, direct flights to, say it with me, Cancun!
Cancun, baby.
That's right, baby. We're coming direct from Norfolk to Cancun. Flights for one way, $139 one way. Is that a good ticket price for air travel?
Wow.
Yes, it is. All you need is accommodations, and we got that for you, so we're all set.
Wow.
I'm really digging Alex. See, I love Alex. I'm liking it. $139. It's on Breeze. I can go to Orlando. Now, Breeze Airways, if you're watching, I need some direct flights to California. Burbank and Monterey specific, right? I'll just leave that out there as to why. You guys can all figure that out. So my travel through Celebrity Grudge Match just got easier. Yay, me. Okay, John, can you bring up the flyers that we have up, and then we're going to go to our first break early. There you go. My Kiwanis Club of Chesapeake having their annual pork butt sale. Now, if you're in Las Vegas, pork butts can have a whole different meaning. That's why it's coming out of Chesapeake. So for $55, you can get 5 pounds of shredded butt. You should take advantage of this for your family. Coleslaw and a pack of buns, or if you just want the meat for $25, we'll give you 2 pounds of meat. Scan the QR code. Pickup day is going to be October 11th. Scan the QR code. We want you to pay in advance. We are not going to handle any payments on site. You're just going to come pick up your food. This is one of our 2 biggest fundraisers throughout the year. So please, locally. Now, if anybody watching is outside of the area, like my friends in Orlando and California and Cancun, you can still scan the QR code and make a donation if you'd like. But if you want the actual meat, let me know. All right, next slide, John. You can take that one down. That was last week. That, by the way, was the Pedals and Pairings party at Ronald McDonald House. We raised a ton of money. Actually, Taylor was there. There was a lot of fun.
It was lovely.
We raised almost $12,000 just in the paddle raise event. All right, Million Motion, one of my nonprofits up here in the Virginia Beach area. Guess what they've got going on? They've got an online campaign going on right now. If you go to millionmotion.com, go to the donate button. If you make $100, $150, or $200 donation, you in return get to go see our friends Luisa and Alex down in Cancun, because we have trips available. So there you go. Go visit millionmotion.com, hit the donate button. For all you flat track roller derby folks, November 9th, Sunday at 10 a.m., this is happening up in Newport News at the Peninsula Family Skating Center. Ghost Fleet Roller Derby presents their Fall Brawl of 2025. Pumpkin Smashers versus Harvest Hitters. Doors open at 9, first whistle at 10 a.m. A certain voice has been rumored to be on the microphone on the PA system for this event. He did this back in Vegas. Now he gets an opportunity to do it again now here in Virginia. All right, John, last one, and then we'll go to break. Historic Kempsville Family Fun Fest, April 25th, 2026, celebrating the historic old Kempsville and how important my city is to the story of the Revolutionary War. One of the first shots fired for the Revolutionary War took place in Old Kempsville right here in Virginia Beach. Vendors and costumes, and yours truly will be dressed up in period garb because I have been tapped to be the town crier to share all sorts of historical events throughout the day, roaming around, and I get a bell to let everybody know when I'm about to speak, which probably should happen on every show that I do anyway. Okay, that brings you all up to date on everything going on. When we come back on the other side, my panel of guests is ready to chop at the bit and share the formula of the success that we can bring together. And we'll tell you how you all can get involved right on the other side of the break. Aaron's Hour with this crew. We'll be right back.
I won't let aging stop me from being me.
Oh yeah, still got those moves in me.
I will be fabulous.
I will accessorize.
Comfort Care can help with as much or as little home care as you need. From medication reminders and meal prep to everyday chores and errands. Let us create your personalized care plan and find the perfect caregiver match so you can live your best life possible.
It's not just you're here for 2 years and you're gone. It's you have a community, you have a network.
It doesn't matter where you came from or what you've done in the past. Everybody has the same opportunity here.
The financial resources, the community aspect of it, really important for your first 2 years of college. And you get that at TCC.
You know, we take family real serious here at TCC. We're a community, hence Topwater Community College.
Hey, welcome back to Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips.
Nice.
That was a nice video. Kudos, Louisa. Nicely done. Beautiful job. Nicely done. And I think that's so. I've shared that with Millie Emotion and my new nonprofit, the Moon Group Foundation, which will be doing the online. I'm encouraging them to put that on their donation website or at least their main landing page as a direction to go over and make a donation to get out there. Anyway, if you're just joining us, what kept you? Anyway. Joining us, of course, today we're talking about the three-headed successful monster that helps communities, that makes money for your business, and really just gives back to the community. To my right, this is Taylor Bailey. She is new to the Celebrity Grudge Match iLifestyles Global family. She is the executive assistant for Magley and myself, but mostly Magley. I just try to take it with whatever time is left over after Mags is done with her. And then down below, Max. Come on, Max. You know I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? Jay McNabney, he is the founder of an organization called the Hero Program, who successfully takes the certificate trips that iLifestyles Global from Magali that she puts together with Louisa and Alex, and he does great things with it with his organization to raise funding for nonprofits, as well as helping his own bottom line with the success. Let's be honest with you, right? Even though we give back, we all do this to make a few extra shekels for our own pockets. And the faces you will see down in Cancun, Miss Louisa in red and Santa Claus, Alex over there in Cancun, where it's beautiful out there right now.
You better be good.
That is, hey, listen, you know, if I'm not good, I ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
I know. I have you on the list.
What's that?
I know you're bad. I have you on the list.
Oh, great. My reputation precedes me. Great. All right.
And you know what? Alex? So Aaron, I'm seeing this little beard happening with both Jay and Aaron while they're talking about Santa Claus. I wonder where they're heading
not
at.
far away. All they gotta do is let it grow.
Beards.
Let it grow, and you'll catch up.
Listen, I've had this since 21, so you know it doesn't get much further than this.
It would.
All right, let's get rock and rolling. We got a lot to do. If you have questions or you want to learn more, first of all, let me remind you. Soon as the show's over, you can go back to any of the Facebook pages. Remember, there's 3 there that we're live on and 3 YouTube channels. Aaron's Hour show on both is the easiest. WWDBTV on both, or WVBV, as you see to my left shoulder right. Look at this. I did it right the first time. Look at that. WVBV on Facebook as well. Just go back, watch the video, because we're going to share a ton of information that there's no way you're going to have to be able to remember it all. I'm going to get to Taylor in a minute. I want to start with Magali. I want to talk about, after 14 years of working for Mickey Mouse in the HR department, you decided to leave them and go into a brand new field of business called giving back to the community. Talk about that transition and why.
So after Disney, I'm in the giving business, right? So that's where I get all my blessings. The more people I help, the more blessings come back in return. So I decided to market and promote with the focus of giving back and creating partners like my biggest client, who's in Cancun, in which we market 5 out of their 7 resorts, and tying it to a charity so that when they experience this amazing event, trip, there's money that is also being given back on behalf of Cancun to that charity. So that's why giving became a lifestyle for me.
Absolutely. And now, how did you come across Louisa and Alex's company, Cancun, down there? How did you guys meet? And then we'll talk about it from that perspective after that.
Okay, so we met back in 2009 when I was putting on the very first golf tournament in Cancun. And we ended up bringing about 300 golfers from the United States over to Cancun. It was a very successful tournament. And because of we all stayed at the Hacienda Tres Rios, which is in the Riviera Maya. And because of the huge success, they sat down with me and said, hey, if we give you this amazing 5-day, 4-night complimentary stay in Cancun, can you continue to help us bring people to Cancun and market our resorts? I was like, okay, wait a minute. Well, what's the catch? So it's a complimentary stay, but do they have to go through a tour presentation? Nope. They don't have to go through a tour presentation. It is not mandatory. I said, okay, but if it's a complimentary stay, do they have to go at a certain time? Nope. They could pick their dates of travel. So I said, okay, so now we've got a little deal going on here. I said, and is there any way that we could tie this trip to Cancun so that when the person takes this amazing trip, tie it to a charity, that the charity can also benefit from this? They said, absolutely. And so I partnered up with, as an NFL alumni spouse member, I partnered up with the NFL Alumni Caring for Kids Foundation. And that's how we kicked it off, starting in Cancun in 2009.
So, Louisa, have you been part of this partnership with Magali this whole time?
Yeah, well, no whole time, but I was here from 2023, and I'm happy to collaborate with Magali and Jay, because this is a special, and we are doing big things with them.
Okay, let me just share with people who may not be familiar with Cancun Cards and Florida Cards. They are divisions of Sunset World Group, dedicated to providing vacation certificates and marketing solutions with years of experience in hospitality. We help our partners increase sales, i.e. what Mags and Jay does, engage customers and deliver memorable vacation experiences. As part of our social responsibility, Cancun Cards also allocates certificates to support charitable causes. Let me repeat that. Exactly. Charitable causes, either through low-cost sales or auctions, recognizing organizations that share our values and commitment to the community. And dare I say, being on the inside with Magali, with Celebrity Grudge Match and iLifestyles Global, learning about Jay, being on his website over the last week and a half or 2 or 3 to learn about what he does, there's no question that part about partnering up with charitable organizations is certainly within your wheelhouse and what you guys do. Alex, how long have you been part of the company?
I've been part of the company for 18 years. So we've been bringing a lot of families to Cancun, also to Orlando. I mean, our main goal is to help people create great memories. What we're looking for is to give you a space so you can take some vacations that sometimes we even forget that we need to take. So we want to help with that. We want to help you take some time off and refresh and start new. And sometimes you need it. So that's what we want to do. We want to help you do that.
I'm glad you said that about sometimes we forget to do that, because when I used to work in the travel industry as a, yes, timeshare representative, that was something we talked a lot about. People would scoff at that notion of having to take time off for ourselves, but really getting a break is probably something that doctors should probably prescribe to most people. You know, here's a prescription to take a long weekend or 5 days, and you won't need that high blood pressure medication or whatever you're on. So what I want to do before I go to Jay next, I want to come to Taylor, because Taylor's new. You're new to all of this. I mean, we're talking like she still has that new car smell about everything going on right about now. I've known Taylor now about a year through the temple that I'm a member of. And when Magali and I, about, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 months ago, started talking about expanding our internal operations and what we were looking for, it really didn't take me very long to say to Magali, I think I got the right person for us. And so I approached Taylor about the concept of coming on board to help not only with the certificates and the online campaigns and how she's going to actually help support that with her own nonprofit connections, but also help us with the golf tournament. So what was it about this encapsulation of all of these companies you see represented on the screen that hit you right and said, you know what, I think this is something I want to be part of?
Well, I think that, for one, helping nonprofits gain money to help other people is always a great thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's any way that I can assist with that, I'm very happy to do. And I've been in administration roles for years now, and it's something that it's my craft. I know how to do. And honestly, if I find a place where I love the people there and it helps communities give back, I think that that's something that I want to grow in. I want to make sure that I'm behind the scenes,
mm-hmm.
and I'm assisting and helping people give back as well.
And you also, now, for those who are not familiar with the Virginia Beach, Norfolk, Chesapeake, or as we generally call it, the Hampton Roads area, you can't walk 2 or 3 blocks without throwing a stone and hitting a veteran in this town. Obviously, the Navy's here. And so to everybody watching, thank you from all of us that you see on the screen for all your service. You're also a retired veteran, is that correct?
Yes, sir. Army. Yep.
Army, 10 years?
Nope. It was 4.5 years, and then I got out in 2020.
So here's the beauty that I love about this, and this is going to be a great segue to Jay here, because Jay's program, Jay, as a hero program, you also do support military, you know, in what you do with the program. How did that idea come to you? And talk about what your use of all of this stuff to benefit the community.
Thank you, Aaron. You know, we were the largest supporter of charity golf tournaments in the nation. And as we were putting that together, all those charity tournaments are held at golf courses. My family's background is tied to the military. My father, 30 years, and everybody I was around growing up was military. So we thought, how do we create a relationship that supports our veterans in a dramatic way at golf courses, because we have so much influence there. You know, we've done over 17,000 different charity tournaments with different charities. And so I thought, hey, nothing's more near and dear to my heart than supporting our veterans that protect our freedom. They afford every single person the lifestyle that we have in our country. And we're the greatest nation in the world because of the sacrifices they make. That's just a simple fact. And so I founded the Hero Program out back in 2018, and we support, thank you for your service, by the way. We support our veterans with prosthetics, service dogs, PTSD. We know the horrific suicide rate and homelessness. And also, if somebody falls in line of duty, we help with education till they're done. So it's absolutely the most prideful thing I've ever done.
Now, this also comes off for you, Jay. You also have a golf equipment company that many people may not know about, which really kind of got you into the field in the industry as well, correct?
It did. I'm one of the two owners of Crank Golf. DeChambeau plays our driver. If you're, really familiar with golf, everybody knows Bryson DeChambeau. But yeah, we make drivers in fairway woods. And when I was trying to figure out where I fit in that company, one of my best friends started Crank Golf, Lance Reeder. He's the president of Crank Golf. And so I financially backed that company, and I wanted to see where I fit. And so we started supporting charity golf tournaments, put the drivers in everybody's hand, and brand Crank Golf about 20 years ago.
Do you make golf clubs for beginners who hit a lot of water, slices, and hooks?
I don't know if we can completely help that, but
I'm even taking lessons and it's not helping. No, that's good, because you know what? I mean, sometimes we miss the signs of obvious destiny, so to speak. And so here you were, you got involved with Crank all those years ago. And then lo and behold, in 2018, a mere 8 years ago, taking that passion for golf that kind of surfaced. And now, dare I say, with great powers comes great responsibility. And you're using those experiences to giving back. And now the Hero Program benefits that you mentioned, and I purposely want to go off on a little bit of a tangent here, all those services, are they available to anybody, anywhere, or primarily in California where you are?
No, they're anybody that's served. So, and we added, once 2020 came in, we also added first responders.
Okay.
We thought there was a need there. So we started with just veterans, and now we have also first responders.
Gotcha. I'm on the website. I'm going to copy the link to the website because I want to give it to John. We could put the crawl up about what you offer for veterans. I think it's important that people see what's available from that standpoint, especially here in the Hampton Roads area where we are, that your services are available to folks all around. Okay, now, so ladies and gentlemen, we've now introduced to you the three different components here. We've got iLifestyles Global. We got Nagli's company. She's now in the giving business. We've got the folks down in Cancun who's positioned and ready to greet you and welcome you with all those beautiful resorts that you saw in the video earlier. We have Jay, who does what he does, and he's taken these certificates, and he talked about golf tournaments, but folks, he's also doing some great stuff at gala events with auctions and doing everything we can. How do we piece all this together? So now, and this is probably as much as a good learning resource for you as to how all this works, because I know I'm going to take notes and go back and visit it. How did the formula for the three entities here that we're looking at come together? So was it, Magali, was it you reaching out to Jay? Jay, did you reach out to Magali? Because I know Luisa and Alex in Cancun, quite frankly, folks, they're just kind of along for the ride in this process, because we're sending vacationers down to them. So Magali and Jay, talk about the first step that started the relationship of your two businesses working together.
Well, I actually want Jay. I'm going to turn it over to Jay because I think that it's really important. I think we were destined from the beginning to, as we look at it now, but I'd really like Jay to give us, his connection to us, his partnership.
Well, thank you, Magali. I'll tell you what, this is one of the most beneficial things that have ever helped us fundraise in the history of our company. Actually, Aaron, when Magali approached us, she knew somebody that worked for our company. And when we first started talking about this, initially you want to make sure that you protect your reputation, you're nationwide. And I'll tell you what, when you get into what they've put together in Cancun, Riviera Maya, and these stays with Sunset, they're absolutely amazing. So Magali had worked for many years through the NFL, supporting and raising money for charities using these incentives. And so we did our due diligence. I met Magali. Oh my gosh, what a wonderful business lady she is. We got along extremely well. We did our due diligence and looked at the resorts. Sunset is an amazing company. Luisa, working with you has been so wonderful. Your company's incredible. As we give these out and people go, they report back to us for years. We started 3 years ago. And Alex, I can't brag enough about it. When I went out and you're standing there and you're talking about our veterans and what they've done to afford all of us our lifestyle and the sacrifices that have been made, which are tremendous, some sacrifice all, you would think that would be enough. And people would be so prideful to live in this country and live that lifestyle that you would raise significant money. But using the incentives and the wonderful reputation of Magali Eye Lifestyles tied to Sunset and in all of their resorts, when we started doing this, Aaron, our average donation increased 317%. And that's held true to this day. And now we've expanded into other linear markets to raise money as well. And it's been absolutely incredible. It's the greatest relationship we've ever created. And I couldn't be more thankful.
I mean, that's a winning formula. When you put different entities together that have the same direction and the same goal and the same target, you can't help but succeed, right?
Right.
So, Alex and Luisa, let's talk about it from your perspective. So you hear the great work that Jay is doing with the certificates and what iLifestyles Global and Celebrity Grudge Match is doing with all these certificates. Now you're getting all these vacationers that are excited and they won this trip and they learn they don't have to go through a timeshare presentation and they're excited. They get to just kick back and relax. What's it like for you guys to now deliver? Looks like we lost their visual. I don't know if they're on the phone. That may interrupt. I wanted to ask them what it's like for them when these people step off the plane and get them going on this vacation of relaxation. Can you guys still hear us? Okay, we must have lost them. John, oh, there you are.
There we go.
There you go.
Okay.
Luisa, can you hear it? Okay. I don't know if you heard the rest of my question. Let them get settled again. Here he comes. Did somebody kick? Listen, Santa, did you disconnect the power down there, Santa Claus?
Okay, I apologize. Technical difficulties, you know how it is, we're live, right?
Yeah, we do. Okay. So let me finish rephrasing the question for you guys. So you've got all these vacationers coming.
Yeah.
I hear an audio. You guys, I don't know if you have two speakers up.
Yeah,
there we go. So you've got these excited vacation people coming that won these trips. They're coming down there to chill out for 4 days, 5 nights. What's it like on your end to see these people come and excited and deliver the exciting vacations that were presented to them by Jay and what Magali and I do, and now what Taylor's going to do? What's it like on your end to receive these people on vacation?
Well, first of all, we are so thankful to be able to be trusted with those kind of customers or donors or winners that we are receiving. So we want to make sure to treat them well since the beginning. And what we're doing at the beginning is once they receive their certificate, they will receive a welcome call between 24 to 48 hours. So we're going to explain exactly how they can use their vacations. So they have all the information they need. So whenever they're ready to actually travel, they know who to contact, who to call, what to do, what to expect, even to know what hotels they could be staying at. So we want to make sure that they have all the information beforehand. So that's even before they're actually thinking about traveling. They just register because they received it. So they get all the detailed information on the website, their booking number. So whenever they call back, they have their ID number. So we can make sure that we have over 430 agents that are ready to, willing to help. And
hold on a second.
Sure
Hold on
the
a second.
reservation process.
Hold on. Say that again. How many agents? I want to make sure I heard you right.
We have a total of over 430 multilingual agents supporting between sales, customer service, and operations.
430 representatives to support the winners and agents. That, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you, I'm floored by that number because I don't think there's any, I'll just say call center for the sake of a better description, that can tout that many people and I would dare say be on top of each and every person that they are tasked. And I know this because when I get the information from my certificate winners and I do the process that Alex talked about, because from our standpoint, and I'm sure Jay does the same thing, as soon as a winner is given to us, we send out an initial congratulatory email, very brief outline of what they've won. Then we put that information into a spreadsheet that the folks in Cancun pick up. And within that time frame that Alex talked about, up to that 48 to 72 hour window, I go back into the spreadsheet and I see the code number and contact made. 430 people. Are you kidding me? There isn't a U.S. Airlines that probably can count that many people.
So Jay,
Yeah,
Aaron, this is really important to point out. And again, I can't speak enough about Jay and his program. But when we initially, partnered, he asked me a very important question. And that was, okay, we do thousands of golf tournaments. You just mentioned he's done 17,000 golf tournaments. So his question to me was, are they able to handle a large number? And as we fast forward from that moment, because I told him absolutely, because I know how big, their reservation center is in Cancun, I said that is not going to be a problem. And so to date, he is sending over, I think now, Jay, we're getting close to 15,000 annually. His company sends to Cancun over 10 plus thousand donors, winners. And to date, have you had any issues, Jay, with sending 10 to 15,000 people over to Cancun?
I want to thank you for bringing this up. Aaron and Magali and Luisa, everybody on this call, not only have we had no issues, but the professionalism of Sunset and iLifestyles is phenomenal. They contact them, they email them, they're highly professional. Their resorts are incredible. I had one of my best childhood friends recently go there, and he said it was the best family trip they've ever taken to Riviera Maya. So no, not only are there no problems, but the entire experience that we get back from a lot of people is that it was phenomenal. And we can't say, I can't be more proud of that, because if you have the opposite, that cuts all this off for us. So absolutely. They're amazing. And that's why I'm on this call. I want everybody to know these two companies are as good as it gets.
All right, I'm gonna ask that we stop right there for the next 2 minutes, because I do have to step aside for another break. So more to talk about with all the entities involved to provide you the best vacation experience possible while giving back to nonprofits in your community. You're watching Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips, Coast to Coast. We'll be right back. Is your credit card debt getting you down? When that student loan payment is due, does your cable bill go unpaid? Are you ready to throw in the towel because you do not know how to financially survive? The Miliari Group is ready to educate you on how to get out from under the pile of debt and retire as a tax-free millionaire. They eliminate student and credit card debt and help families set their kids up for success. For more information, call 956-532-2349 or email williamsastria961@gmail.com or scan the QR code to meet with us. The first 100 calls will receive a free will. So, call 956-532-2349 or scan the QR code now and learn how to become the millionaire you always dreamed to be.
Hey, honey, what you doing?
Getting ready to watch a game.
What about fixing up the house like you promised?
What you talking about?
Just the new light in the den, the new shower in our bathroom, the new fence around the yard, the front steps.
Stop! You know, I have a better idea. You know Craig down the street? He owns a company that specializes in handyman services, but he is more than just any old handyman.
Really? Would you say different strokes for different folks?
You know I will. You know why? Because he does home repairs and he does painting and kitchen remodels and bathrooms and everything else in between.
How are his prices?
Great value for great quality. You know, I think I'll invite him over and get a free estimate for all the things that I know will make you the happiest here.
Call Different Strokes Painting and Handyman Service for a free estimate by calling 757-395-9999 today.
That's 757-395-9999. Above the rest, they show up and show out by making your vision come to life. back to Aaron's Hour. I'm Aaron Phillips. I got Taylor to my right. I got Magali's on the screen over here somewhere. I got Jay somewhere over here. I got Luisa and Santa Claus over there somewhere. John back in Vegas. And all of you out there watching, listen, a lot of information's gone on today. So I encourage you, go back after we are done. Go back to either Facebook, WWDBTV Las Vegas, WWDBTV Virginia Beach, Aaron's Hour Show. Same 3 channels on YouTube. Go back and watch it. There's a lot of information. You want to help a veteran in your area? Reach out to Jay. The website was on the crawl earlier. We're going to put up a crawl now. If you are a nonprofit watching and you want to get in touch with Celebrity Grudge Match, I got to give equal time. You can reach out to us, celebritygrudgematch.com, as my lights just went out in my studio here. My timer just went off. Reach out to us. We will put you in touch with either Jay, if you're in that, whatever. We're going to work together. That's the bottom line, because we can help you in any way possible to fundraise and whatnot. Now, as we were in break, I mentioned to Taylor, I haven't even asked any of my goofy questions yet to y'all. So here you go. Be ready for some. So I'm going to ask Taylor first, so the rest of you kind of get an idea as to the type of silly questions, and your answers must be first thing that comes to mind. There's no phone a friend. There's no looking it up on Google. First thing that comes to mind. So Taylor, I'm going to start with you. Who is your favorite actor of all time?
Favorite actor of all time.
Who will you drop everything to watch?
Denzel Washington.
Denzel Washington. Why am I not surprised? He's a great actor. Am I right there, folks? Okay. Jay, I'm going to come to you.
Uh-oh.
If money were no object, and assuming you don't already have it in your driveway, what is your all-time fantasy car that you'd like to own someday?
Wow, great question. Probably the H1, the Hummer.
Really?
I love that H1.
All right. That's not bad. Any particular color?
Either charcoal, gray, or black.
See, you got to be black, because the next question I'm going to ask somebody, you'll see why in a few minutes. All right, I'm going to send this to Luisa and Alex, and you guys, I want separate answers here. You guys are in the travel business. What is your dream vacation? Where do you guys want to go on vacation someday that you haven't been to yet?
You want to go first?
Okay. Well, actually, I will get this travel dream in few days, because when I was a child, I was in Disney for first time, and now
Oh no!
Oh no!
All right, we'll get them
but
back.
I think she wanted to come to Disney World.
That's what I was getting the sense of. That's all right. We'll get back to that. All right, so Mags, I'm going to come to you for this question. Speaking of Disney, you spent 14 years there.
Well, there she is.
Who was your favorite Disney character, Magali?
So my favorite Disney character was from Beauty and the Beast.
Bella?
The Beauty.
Yeah, Bella.
Bella.
Not to be confused with Bela Lugosi for all you Dracula fans. Okay.
Oh, no.
No. So let's go back to Luisa and Alex. Luisa, it sounded like that your favorite, your goal trip was to go up to Orlando to Disney. It sounded like.
yeah, I wanted to come back to Disney to remember all these moments when I was a child, and I will go there in few days. So I'm so excited to celebrate my birthday there.
Okay, there you go. Going to celebrate at Disney. Hey, Alex, where's your dream vacation?
I would like to go to New Zealand, where they filmed the Lord of the Rings trilogy, to Hobbitown. That's where I want to go.
Okay, sounds good. I love it.
That's a good one.
John, can you do me a favor before we finish up with these folks? Can you rerun the Cancun video, please? Let's give everybody a taste of the resorts. right. Listen, truth be told, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I love that video, but while that video was running, I had to get back up and turn my light back on in my studio. So that's really why I did that. I didn't want to just get up and leave. Okay. So the things we do behind the scenes on live entertainment platforms. All right. So let's turn it back over. I want to kind of bring all of this back around. Let's go back to Magali and talk about the relationship with Jay. You've known Jay a long time. Is that right?
So we've been in partnership now for 3 years.
Okay. So there are people watching right now that probably are in parallel positions that you guys are in, both Magali and Jay, looking about ways to help their community, ways to make money, make their company more profitable so that they can continue to help support nonprofits. I want the two of you to take the next 5 minutes and describe to people who might be listening, questioning whether they should do something like this, why they should. So, Mags, I'm going to turn it to you first, then we'll go to Jay, and then we'll bring in Louisa and Alex to kind of tie it all together once the relationship is formed. Take it away.
So, in my business of giving back, one of the things I wanted to do was create an experience, right? Create an experience for those people that have, that they donate for a cause, whatever cause that is. So as I implemented something as a thank you through golf tournaments, through galas, through online campaignings, I created something for our donors that want to give back for specifically cause, a thank you, and that thank you is the gift to Cancun. And with my relationship with Jay and his program assisting the vets, I'm going to let him let you know how he mastered it with his program.
Okay, it's been incredible. From the very first day when she showed us the resorts, and we really gained kind of an intimate understanding of Sunset. My relationship with Magali couldn't be better. But to incentivize people was something that is so rewarding that they'll think of it and they'll brag about it permanently, was very important to us. And I think the biggest part of this is we not only do it for our hero program, Aaron, but we've taken this into, we've done well over just 17,000 different 501c3s. Well, there are 1.8 million gala events in the continental United States annually.
Wow.
Corporate and charity outings, golf tournaments, there's almost 1 million. It's absolutely staggering. And we have the largest presence in that. And a lot of that's because of what we can give back. These incentives are phenomenal. We know people at the end of the day, they want to help charities, but there are thousands of great causes, including our hero program. But at the end of the day, people also need something very rewarding for their donations.
Right.
I want to add one last thing. This is so rewarding that we took over a decade and created the most robust rewards perks app ever created on a phone. And we're raising money now at schools, sports teams, travel teams, NIL. We've signed colleges like Ohio State, Georgia, all of them, Notre Dame, to raise money for their athletes. And this is a primary perk inside of that, driving donors to raise a lot more money. When they need $20, $30 million to gain athletes for their college, people want incentives. Sunset's the best, and it all came through Magali, and I will cherish and honor this relationship as long as I'm here.
As a Penn State fan, I'm not too sure that I'm happy that you signed Ohio State. I'm going to say that for the record there, Jay.
I knew that was coming.
Right. See, Magali, you know me way too well. So if you get Penn State signed, now we'll talk. You know what I'm saying? All right. So Louisa and Alex down in Cancun, you've heard their story again. Let's bring it back from the resort perspective. What does this type of thing mean for you guys, knowing that the visitors coming to Cancun, going to Florida, are coming as a result of supporting a nonprofit and helping make a nonprofit better within their community? What does that mean for you guys down at the resorts?
Well, for us, it's not just a trip. It's about the priceless smile when a child see Disney for the first time or touch the sun, the ocean, with pure wonder. Work with Hero Program and I Lifestyle and have the opportunity to change life. It's what we inspire us. We truly inspire us.
And we are grateful to Jay, to Magali, to Yarn for the opportunity because we don't take for granted who we are receiving. We don't take for granted the customers that are traveling, the donors or the winners. We know who is getting these certificates, and the thing that we want to do is give them a really special memory, core memories that will last them a lifetime. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to help them create some bonds with their families and just enjoy their time a couple of days, forget about everything, and just take some vacations, take some time off, enjoy the sun, enjoy the theme parks, whatever we can, whatever you enjoy. It doesn't matter how old you are, you will enjoy it every time you come.
And Alex, you said something there that I think was important. You know, when we go on vacation, we buy souvenirs, right? We buy T-shirts and hats and
yes,
bottle openers and magnets, and eventually, the T-shirt wears. The glass or the shot glass we get can break. But there's one thing about vacations or getaways that doesn't break or go away, and that's the memories we have of that vacation to be with our family.
That's
and
right.
Those are everlasting. So, Alex, that was a great point. And Luisa, you also said it when that child touches the sand for the first time that maybe has never seen sand. It's like, never seen snow, and all of a sudden it snows in Las Vegas, and these kids have never seen it. We take all that for granted. So the memories of these vacations, no matter how they got there, that you don't take for granted, the guest that comes, I think is very important because you two begin the memory process when it comes to those folks getting there. I'm now going to turn to Taylor because you've heard a lot of information today.
Yes.
Right? But you're on the inside with Magali and I of planning, being part of what Celebrity Grudge Match and Night Lifestyles does. And what does this mean for you as you're hearing what it comes? You're now part of this cog in success for helping these nonprofits. And you hear the success that a guy like Jay has helping military personnel with what he does. What does this make you feel inside of being part of the giving back company that Magali has started here?
Honestly and genuinely, it feels very close to home because, just hearing Jay talk about the many veterans that they help out with things like that, I know so many veterans who struggle with day-to-day life after the military, struggle with PTSD and struggle with things of that nature, and to be able to be included in nonprofits that give back to not only just other people who obviously have other issues going on in their lives, but being able to help out the people that I also empathize with as well too, because I was in the military and being in the field is not an easy business at all. So it honestly, all of this ties together, and I just feel very emotional about it and feel very empathetic and sympathetic as well to people out there that need that type of help, and I want to be able to help in the backgrounds any way that I can.
And taking the energy that you heard from Jay with what he does, and taking the energy from Luisa and Alex, and dare I say, we know the energy Max has for everything that she does, so I don't have to worry about that. But now taking that energy and you see the results of the labor between Magali and Jay over all these years, and the end result to Cancun. Now that's got to energize you to see what's happening and what the potential could be for you being involved, right?
Absolutely. And honestly, just hearing about the process and how this works and knowing what goes on a little bit behind the scenes now, I'm ready to jump in. And I think that seeing how you guys come together as a team and communicate and make sure that these things go off with a big bang, I can't wait to jump in and get into this.
Careful what you wish for, anyway, because there's a lot coming down the pike, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you that right now. All right, We only have a couple of minutes. I do have to end a minute or two early because I still have some more commercials that I've got to run, but I'm going to do that afterwards. So with that, I've got two final questions of hilarity. Well, one's more serious than the other. Think fast, think quick. Here we go. You ready, Alex and Luis? So I'm going to come to you first. And this will be the same question, and y'all better get it right. Otherwise, you ain't coming back on the show ever again. Who's your favorite superhero, Batman or Superman? Luis and Alex.
Superman.
Superman, always.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, man.
Nice
Superman.
knowing you
Aaron
two.
is a Batman guy.
Wait.
Hey, who's your favorite
Let me just
superhero,
tell you
Batman?
something. Wait, I said
Go ahead.
Superman, but wait, Aaron.
Go ahead. Oh! So now, wait a minute. How can you say Superman and you're wearing a T-shirt?
I wasn't ready for the question, but yes.
Okay, all right. I'll give you a pass. Jay, how about you? Superman or Batman?
Well, hey, now you said they're not allowed back, I better pick Batman. I was listening.
Finally, a guess who gets it. Magali, I'll give you a pass. You don't have to answer because you've answered that question enough. Batman or Superman?
Batman, of course.
See, they all learn, ladies and gentlemen. See, the power of the hosting is what it gets. All right. The only serious question I ask with all of that, and then we're going to end the show on this note. So I'm going to ask it. You all will answer it. When the time comes, and it's going to be a long time, when you all are standing at the gates of the pearly gates upstairs and the maitre d' is there to greet you, what is it that you want to hear the maitre d' say to you upon entering the pearly gates? Jay, I'm going to come to you first.
Maybe just very proud of how we supported and helped endless lives.
Sounds good. Taylor, you're next.
I made a difference.
I made a difference. I love it. Alex, you're next.
Good job. Go back and do it again.
Go back to it. Repeat. All right, Louisa, how about you? What is it you want to hear?
You was a good guy.
Okay. All right, Magali, hit us. You're last.
I'm going to agree with Taylor. You made a difference.
Okay. All right, everybody, you're all off the hot seat. Thank you very much. Listen,
Thank
ladies
you,
and gentlemen,
Aaron and Jay and everyone.
Absolutely. Thank you to all of our guests today. Thank you to
And
all of you
Taylor.
watching. I want to thank all of our sponsors. We're going to run one more commercial break after we sign off. By the way, Magali, when we all disconnect, John in Vegas asked that you stay because he has a question he'd like to ask you, everybody else, once we sign off. So,
And Aaron, you don't want to mention your our great deal with the Kiwanis that you brought on board.
we got in trouble last time, but because we put it out there. But let me just say this. The Kiwanis Rose Float Club is in the process of putting together a great event early spring. So please pay attention to my social media pages. If you want to come out to the Burbank area and golf in the shadows of the Rose Bowl itself to support the Kiwanis Rose Float Club, keep an eye out. Early March. So just keep an eye out for that. And then the prospects of another Kiwanis event the following week. Friday to Friday, yes, a very important Friday up in Northern Cali. That's coming. So watch social media for those two events. And I've got two brewing here in Virginia Beach in support of the two nonprofits that I mentioned earlier. Million Motion, which is an organization that supports a cerebral palsy young lady who started this off because she needed more physical therapy, and the Moon Group Foundation. Moon Group Foundation supports families whose family units may be incarcerated, but this supports the kids that are back at home. So a lot of that's what I'm saying. You guys down in Cancun, I'm going to be keeping y'all busy down there.
Bring it.
Jay has just spurred me to action with all that he does, and that's why I'm grateful that all these events are coming through. Okay, want to thank all my sponsors: Tidewater Community College, Miliari Group, Comfort Care, Home Care, and Different Strokes 757. If you want to get some merch like I wear and all the stuff that I support, go to thevoice.qbstores.com. There's even a Celebrity Grudge Match logo on there. If you want to dress like a Hall of Famer, go check out that website. Okay, listen. A lot of information. Again, I want to thank all of my guests. Go back and watch the show. Reshare it. If you're interested in learning more, you can message me through my social media platforms. That's it, because I got to run these commercials. Be kind to everybody. Why? Because we are all we have. Again, thank you to all of my guests. Jay out in California, Luis and Alex down in Cancun, Mags in Orlando, Taylor 2 feet to my right, and all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for making me and us part of your Saturday. Have a great week. We'll see you next time right here on Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, Aaron, for the invitation.
Thank you for the time.
Is your credit card debt getting you down? When that student loan payment is due, does your cable bill go unpaid? Are you ready to throw in the towel because you do not know how to financially survive? The Miliari Group is ready to educate you on how to get out from under the pile of debt and retire as a tax-free millionaire. They eliminate student and credit card debt and help families set their kids up for success. For more information, call 956-532-2349 or email williamsastria961@gmail.com or scan the QR code to meet with us. The first 100 calls will receive a free will. So, call 956-532-2349 or scan the QR code now and learn how to become the millionaire you always dreamed to be.
Have you ever wanted to dress like a Hall of Fame broadcaster but didn't know where to begin? In 2018, Aaron Phillips was inducted in the Las Vegas Entertainers Hall of Fame, and The Voice was born. Aaron has been part of many successful podcast programs, and branding those programs plays a vital role. Visit thevoice.qbstores.com and order the latest embroidered products featuring the logos of many of Aaron's shows. Discounts and flat shipping rates are available on all orders, regardless of quantity, on men's, women's, and kids' apparel, and many accessories. Visit thevoice.qbstores.com and let Aaron's voice speak to you.
I wouldn't let aging stop me from being me.
Oh yeah, still got those moves in me.
I will be fabulous.
I will accessorize.
Comfort Care can help with as much or as little home care as you need. From medication reminders and meal prep to everyday chores and errands. Let us create your personalized care plan and find the perfect caregiver match so you can live your best life possible.
Hey, honey, what you doing?
Getting ready to watch a game.
What about fixing up the house like you promised?
What you talking about?
Just the new light in the den, the new shower in our bathroom, the new fence around the yard, the front steps.
Stop! You know, I have a better idea. You know Craig down the street? He owns a company that specializes in handyman services, but he is more than just any old handyman.
Really? Would you say different strokes for different folks?
You know I will. You know why? Because he does home repairs and he does painting and kitchen remodels and bathrooms and everything else in between.
How are his prices?
Great value for great quality. You know, I think I'll invite him over and get a free estimate for all the things that I know will make you the happiest, dear.
Call Different Strokes Painting and Handyman Service for a free estimate by calling 757-395-9999 today.
That's 757-395-9999. Above the rest, they show up and show out by making your vision come to life.